Hello everyone, I am Jayashree. Today I am going to teach you about uniform cost search. I hope everyone must heard about UCS, that is the short form of the uniform cost search. To understand the uniform cost search, first of all you must have to look about the breadth first search. So first of all you must have learned about the breadth first search. If you want to learn the breadth first search, on my description box there is a link of the BFS video which have taught on the previous video about the breadth first search. So you must understand what is the breadth first search, then you must jump into the uniform cost search. So you can understand by sequencing what's the uniform cost search, because in uniform cost search is same as the breadth first search. The little bit difference is there, but it all over it is same. So our first question is the UCS, that is the uniform cost search. UCS. Okay, that's the short form. Now why I am writing the short form here, because in university question paper they ask the questions like what is UCS, explain with example what is UCS, write a short note what is UCS, or you can compare. They ask the questions like compare between the BFS, DFS, UCS and many more. There are lots of algorithms. Okay, so in this way this is one of the algorithm, that is uniform cost search. So they ask the questions in short form, so you must understand what's the UCS so that you can write in the answer sheet in your own words. Okay, so UCS, its long form is uniform cost search. Okay, uniform cost search. Uniform cost search is the long form, its short form is the UCS. Okay, so uniform cost search is a searching a weighted graph of tree. That's an algorithm that used for searching a weighted graph. Weighted graph means what's the use of weighted graph? Means the uniform cost search, the main goal is that they find the cheapest path node to reach at the goal node. They start from root node and they end at the, to reach at the goal node they use the cheapest path node. Means they can traverse with the multiple path node, but they use the, from the multiple part of the node they take the one of the path node which of the cheapest path node. That's what the uniform cost search do. So this was the uniform cost search. Now in a breadth first search is what's the difference, I will tell you. That in breadth first search and uniform cost search, in breadth first search they traverse a tree with the start from a root node, okay, means initial node, and they find the shallowest path node. What is the means of shallowest path node? In shallowest path node means they traverse the tree which has the nearest to the root node. In this way the breadth first search do. But breadth first search to traverse the tree with the help of the normal queue, and in uniform cost search they traverse the tree with the help of the priority queue. In this way the uniform cost search do traverse the tree. So this was all about the theoretical. Now I am going to teach you about a practical one example, so that you can understand what is uniform cost search and what is the main goal that uniform cost search do. Okay, so let's start. I am going to teach you about uniform cost search example. This is the example of the uniform cost search. So this is a little bit big, but I hope everyone will understand after teaching the uniform cost search example. So let's start. So I will first tell you that S is the start node. Okay, I will put here S is the start node, and G, here is the G, this is our the goal node. So we have to start from S and we have to reach at the G with any of the path node and we have to find the cheapest path node, which one of this path node. So this is what we get the answer of the uniform cost search. But with the help of how? With the help of the queue, priority queue. Priority queue means they take a priority of the cheapest path node, which is the lowest path node. Okay, so S is the start node, G is the goal node, okay, and I will put your identify so that you can understand it. Here explore means whichever element node we have put it include and we have displayed it, means we explored, we have finished that node, then we will put explored. Okay, this identity, and this is with the current node. Now on which node we are present, that's the current node. Okay, now how many nodes are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. There are nodes. I'll write here so that nodes are 8. There are 8 nodes. Okay, and there are edges 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Edges are 11. 11 edges and 8 nodes are there. Okay, so it's little bit big example I have taken. So that, whenever you write in the big example, whenever I am teaching the big example, it's better for you. You can understand that. You can understand the complicated graph also. Okay. Okay. Then our start node is S. Initial node is S. Our goal node is G. Our goal node is G. Okay. Now our first step is that we will start from the initial node, means we will start from the initial node S, and we will first enqueue the S into the priority queue. Okay, we will enqueue the S into priority queue, and S, from starting from S, we will start where the S is connected to A and S is connected to B, but the cheapest path node is an A. From S to A, the cheapest path node is A, so we will traverse to A. So for traversing, but now I have put S into the priority queue. So I have told you that in BFS I have told you that whenever you put inserting in the queue, at the same time you have to dequeue so that you can get the output, because a one step algorithm. Okay, so I will put here output we get as an S, we have to dequeue S, because in the queue the list we are using is the FIFO list, first in first out list. Whichever element comes in NQ first, that element will DQ first out. That's that. So our output first element we got the S, initial node. Now S will go to A. So our first step is step 1 is S to A. Then how much we get? 9. Okay, S to A is 9. Now after traversing S to A, we will put S to A, then we will put into the queue. We will put this A into this queue. Okay, and after that we will find that A is connected to the C and A is connected to B. Now our initial node, now the start node is with, not is S, that is our start node is A. So we will change here and we will put that our start node is now A. Okay, so A is now our start node, initial node we can tell that. Okay, now our A is the start node. Now A put it into the queue. After that we will see that A is connected to C, A is connected to B. A is also connected to S, but S is already explored. It is explored. Okay, don't remember that you must explore, because I told you that this is explored, and now current is this. Okay, now our current value is this A. Okay, now A is connected to C, A is connected to B. Now A connected to C is the cheapest path node. You can see here 5 is the cheapest path node. So we will take the C. Okay, so our second step is S to A to C. Okay, S to A to C. Our cheapest path node is 5, so we will take a C. For that, first we have to dequeue the A. I will first dequeue the A, and I will put that, and I will enqueue the C. Okay, after now I will mark the A as an explode, and I will put the C as the current node. Okay, now after C you can see the C is connected to E, and C is connected to D, C is connected to A also, but A is already explored, so we don't take explode, we will take the which is the not explode one, we have to take the further node. So now C is the current node, now C is connected to E and C is connected to D, but you can see here D is the cheapest path node here, because the least value is 6 and your bigger value is the 7. So which one is smaller? D. So we will take the D. So our second step is third step is S is to A is connected to C, after C is traversed to the D. Okay, and we will get, now we will put the D into the queue, but before that C is there in the priority queue, so first we will dequeue the C and we will put the C into D, we will display the C, and now that we will enqueue the D, and our start node is start node is an D. Okay, now we have to find from a D. Okay, now our D is connected to goal node and D is connected to F, which is F. Okay, F node, and D is connected to C, but C is already explored, so we don't take C, we will take to F, or we will take to G, or we will take to B also. But we can say here the cheapest node least value is the 3. We can directly jump into the goal node. How you can see there is a goal node, you will directly jump. You can't directly jump because you can see the lowest cheapest value is not the 4, your cheapest value is 3. So you have to take the cheapest value. So our fourth step is the D is connected to F. Okay, so our fourth step is D is connected to F. So S is to A to C to D, D to D, C to D, and D to F. Okay, so cheapest value is F. So I will put the F into the priority queue, but before that D is present in the queue. So first we will dequeue the D, and I will display the output, and I will put the F into the priority queue, and I will explore the D. So our current node is in F. So our current node is now F. Okay, our current node is now F. So I will put F into the, now F is connected to G also, F is connected to E also. But here you can see that, you can see, I think so, our F is connected to G is the cheapest value. You can see here F is connected to G is the cheapest value, and F is connected to E is the little bit higher, means it's not a cheapest value. So it is greater than G is less than E, so E is greater than G. Okay, so now F is connected to G, so our G is the, we have reached at the goal node. So our fifth step is S is connected to A is connected to C is connected to D is connected to F is connected to G. Now we have reached at the goal node. So to enqueue the G, first we have to dequeue the F. So first we will dequeue the F. Okay, we will dequeue the F, and we will put the G into the priority queue, and we will explore the F. So our goal node we have now current node is G, and that's what the goal node. And now we will dequeue into the, now we will put the priority queue as empty, and we will dequeue the G. And now we have got the output as S, A, C, D, F, G. But here we have to see the cheapest value path node. By cheapest value path node, I have explored the node, and we have to take all this sum, and we have to take the output. What's the output we have got from S to G? This is, now this uniform cost search you can see is the same as the Dijkstra algorithm. I hope you must learned in the algorithm and subject is that, I think so. In that you must have learned that Dijkstra algorithm. It is same like uniform cost search. Uniform cost search similar as a Dijkstra algorithm. It choose the cheapest value path node. That's what the uniform cost search do. So this what we have got the output. Now our uniform cost search, we have to find that S to G cheapest path node. I have told the cheapest path node. So we have to calculate all this weight node, and we have to find the value of the nodes. So S to A is 9. Okay, I think I not wrote here. S to A is 9. Okay, and S to AC. So 9 plus 5 is how much? 14. Okay, right. Okay, now S to D, SACD, that how much? 14 plus 6, that is 21. Now S to D we got SACD is 21. Okay, now SACDF is how much we got? 21 plus 3, 24. 21 plus 3 is 24. Now SACDFG is 24 plus 1, that is how much? 25. So our cheapest path node from S to G is 25 is the cheapest path node that we have got. So uniform cost search, by traversing this graph from S to G, that we have got the cheapest path node is 25. So we have finished the main goal of the uniform cost search. Uniform cost search main goal is to find a cheapest path node. So I hope everyone must have understood that's what's a uniform cost search. It's a little bit one big example. I think it's a little bit big example, but I hope everyone must have understood it correctly. So you can write in your answer sheet, in your any of you can take any of the example, or you can take this of all the examples. Okay. So I hope everyone understood. Thank you very much.